So I was out in Vegas for a week for a conference. The everyday carry bag that I took back and forth to the conference was this Bleu Chef Postman Eclair. Now this is the small size. They have them in a couple of different sizes. They have the small, which is good for like 11-inch laptop or 11-inch tablet. They have a medium and then a large. I found that this small version was great for conferences, just taking a couple of papers and things and stuffing in your bag, whatever you collect from a conference. I'm gonna walk you all the way around this beautiful messenger bag, man. Thing is high quality. And they emphasize, Bleu Chef does emphasize the quality of their bags. The leather on this thing, different types of veg tan leather. The body itself is made out of this pebble veg tan leather. Then you have these smooth veg tan, full grain veg tan leather straps for the closure system and on the side and also on the shoulder strap itself. We're going to walk around this bag and I'm going to tell you what I like and what I don't like. Everything pretty much is positive, but I do have some nitpicky type of things I want to talk about, right? So first of all, you're looking at this front. Oh my goodness, it's nice. Now the closure system right here in the front, you have some different adjustments so you can make the top of the bag larger or smaller, but it has these stud closures right here, right? So you kind of just pull these and it easily comes on and off. I like the fact that on the studs you can get your fingers behind them and kind of push that through. That's very important. The straps kind of run all the way around to the back of the bag and they're riveted in, and there's extra layer of that veg tan layer on the bottom, so that it gives it some durability, right? So when you're setting the bag down. So let's go ahead and get into the bag, right? So you'll pop this off. You have this nice, they call this a velvet finish. It's kind of raw, right? It's not lined in the inside. I know like a lot of, leather messenger bags, they're going to have a lining in the inside. I like this, them leaving this raw. It's velvety, right? It definitely is velvety, and that's the name that they give it. It's already really pliable, right? When it comes to you, it's not really stiff at all. It's got a great feel to it. So when you open it up, you're meted right here with a nice sized pocket. See my hand? Big pocket, and in there I put a 5x7 Write in the Rain notebook, so you can kind of get an idea. This is actually smaller than the pocket itself, so you could put something even a little bit bigger of a notebook, but it's a super kind of like flat pocket inside of this front pocket right here. Now when we stand it up, you gotta get a good look down inside of it, right? So in here in the front, I put my nut sack organizer right here. I thought this was a good choice. This is 18-ounce wax canvas, and because the bag itself doesn't have like a lot of like small organizational pockets, I put like most of my everyday carry items inside of the organizer. So it's good size. This is not a small organizer at all, right? And I've done a review on this. I'll link the card up in the corner of the screen, but you can kind of see that fits down in there with no problem. Then on the other side, I just have my sunglasses case. This is also veg tan leather. I must have a problem with veg tan leather. But down in the interior, nothing, no other pockets in here. You do have some little rivets. I want to show you that. There is some press studs. They're not rivets. They're press studs right here. And that's going to come into play a little bit later. Now inside you do have this felt sleeve right here. It's pretty thick. It's about 1/8 of an inch for each side of this. And I do have an 11-inch tablet in there. That's an Android tablet. That's probably going to be the max size that you're going to be able to fit in there. But the space in the front is definitely nice. And then you have some space back here in the back where I just have some gloves. Like I said, the interior of it is not lined, so you do have just that velvety leather in the inside. Now, you do have a pocket back here that you have with the press studs, and you can pull this out. Now, if you take a good look at this little pocket, it's a simple zipper pocket, but it's actually signed by whoever created the bag. It's got the date. So this one right here was created in July of 24 by Christine. I'm not sure. I can't make out the name. But yeah, Bleu Chef. And a simple little zipper right here where I found that, it's great to hide some money. And I also have my wallet in there, right? My little wallet. Now you could stick it in the back, But like I showed you, you can also use those press studs in the front of the bag right here, and you could clip it into there. So you have two places where you can use that little pocket. I thought that was pretty cool. So in the back there, just a big open cavity of space. Yeah. So that's that's the interior of this bag right here. So I'm gonna stick my little items back inside, right? Stick that in there, and I'll also stick the nut sack back in there. Now we're not done, right? That's just the main capacity. I want to walk you around the whole bag itself. So on the sides of the bag, you have some little pockets. Now I'm gonna go to my nitpicky things, right? I do like the compression straps that they have on the side, but these pockets I found to be almost kind of useless, right? Because they're not really like, you don't want to mess up. Let me just pull out a knife right here. Like if you wanted to, this is like the Walmart special, right? That new knife that came out that everybody's loving at Walmart. But like if you don't want to slide this knife onto the lip of this pocket, because you're going to start ruining that leather. So it's going to take something, I mean, smaller than this, like maybe change something really, really small. Maybe you just want to hold it in there just for a little bit. It's not big enough for a water bottle. So I really found it, not so helpful to have these pockets on the side. Now, on the top, this is something that I do like a lot, is this grab handle. This grab handle, this full veg tan grab handle, beautiful stitching on the top of this grab handle. It's great. And it's super thick, probably like I said, about 1/8 of an inch thick. That's gotta be 2 layers of leather right there. And it's really wide, so you can get a good grab on either side of the bag. Now on the back, this is also awesome, right? So they come back with really thick, kind of like the grab handle, 2 layers of that veg tan leather on the back of the bag. And they have the clips for the shoulder strap on the back of the bag. This makes it ride closer to your body, and it's really freaking comfortable because they put the clips on this side instead of it being on the side of the bag. On the back, it makes it a little bit better. Now these are the rivets, excuse me, the press studs that were in the inside of the bag, and it's all brass hardware, heavy duty, like an antique finish hardware, brass. It's nice. Now this is another critique. Now I love the veg tan leather shoulder strap. It's really nice and long enough for my body. I'm 6 foot. Like if you were a taller guy, you might have to lengthen this out almost to the actual end so it can ride like on your hip. The only critique I have about this shoulder strap is the pad. I wish this pad was a little bit bigger because it kind of found a hard time. I found it wouldn't hit my shoulder like I wanted it to, just because it was just so, it had to be so precise to get that weight kind of leverage. Now you would think like, well, so with a smaller bag like this one, that you wouldn't have to have like a huge shoulder pad, but in actuality you could fit a lot of stuff in this bag, right? Even though it's only like 9 or 10 liters, I would love to see a wider pad. The felt on the back is good. It's very comfortable if you get it lined up right. Just the only critique, like I said, it'd be a little bit bigger, right? So if they could do that, that would be awesome. This bag is absolutely gorgeous, right? Simple functionality. It's got like the accordion style design, so it expands out even when you put larger items in there. Like I said, this organizer is definitely not small, so you could put your larger items in there, and when you take larger items out, it seems like it wants to, it automatically kind of cinches up itself, right? Because of all these different layers, it wants to pull itself back together, so it makes it really tiny again and really manageable, right? When you, even if you have like a smaller load in there, the buckle system I thought was going to be a pain. It's actually not. It's pretty simple to get together. But yeah, man, Bleu Day Chef sent this back out to me. I don't know. I haven't encountered such an awesome small leather, EDC messenger bag yet. This is probably one of my favorites right here. And I don't do messenger bags a lot when I review, but man, this thing is super nice. The leather on this is like heirloom, pass it down to your kids quality. Now, when you talk about heirloom, passing it down to your kids, you're going to talk about a price. Now, this thing is not cheap. It's $412, right? But I think that is right in line, because if you take a look at like the Phi Mini Rover, these prices are about the same for these bags, and I think that this one is a little nicer in my humble opinion. You could just tell by the craftsmanship. I like to get into like under the hood of things and look at the way that they're actually constructed. Nice heavy big rivets and things. You know, the leather, my goodness, it's so supple and nice. Man, they did an excellent job. Bleu Day Chef did send this bag out for me to check out. Man, I got zero complaints. The only thing that really got me was these little pockets. If they can make these a little bigger, give them a little bit more functionality, I definitely think this would be an excellent bag, near perfection for a small messenger. Right, as it stands right now, it's really hard to compete with. I haven't run into any small messengers like this one as nice as this one. So thanks to them for checking it out. Definitely tight. Guys, if you like this review, hit the thumbs up button. We got more gear. It's always coming. Always got more gear coming. And I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.